We have also created a new report that goes along the line with the posting. So after you enter your posting amount and you've edited your counts here, well, you can tell that variance is working. As you enter your denominations in your report, after you do your posting, you now can print the report, which will go in conjunction with this denomination. So under after posting, you now have a report called bank deposit. And under bank deposit, you now have this new bank report. Now this new report can now show you exactly what you entered into your bank bag and could be printed off at a later time. We've also clarified on the daily report, on the daily recap report, we now have the information for the employee meals. So now when you're looking at your daily recap, we now have employee meals separated out right here. Under the federal edit check, we have added the ability to run the federal edit check now as a daily report. So if this is something you want to add to your daily reports, under the administration and maintenance, cafeteria setup, and cafeteria templates, when you're editing your template and you're defining which daily reports you would like to include on a daily basis, we now have added the federal edit check as an option to be printed on a daily basis. We have also added under administration and maintenance, item and items, a report that you can print now all of your items in a report form. While this is generating, again, at the end of this, we will be taking some questions. If you're looking at your controls on your side of your monitor, next to your name, in that last column, you see a little raised hand. If you raise your hand, then I can enable your speaker, your phone, and you can ask a question. This is the new report of the items. So now you can actually print an item list and your cost and everything of what you have added as your items. We've also modified one final report called the item sold report. So under reports and letters, sales and revenue, we now have one called an item sold report. You can now define the date range, and once you define the date range, It will then print the items sold in that date range and how they were purchased. Now, earlier I mentioned a new report called a profit and loss report. I don't have reimbursements rates in here, but under reports and letters, your sales and revenue, your new report is called a profit and loss. If we set the date range you could define it by date range, and then you could define the school. When you click on this, it will give you a profit and loss now based on sales, estimated reimbursements. This directly comes from the reimbursement rates. And this will give you a more accurate information of where you stand as far as a profit and loss goes. This is a new report. I am going to enable Jay's phone, and he can explain this report a little bit more. Jay?
Yes, I just wanted to clarify a little bit on it. With the income expenses, that new income expense that you put in, as you put in the other income and expenses from the new section, they'll appear against this. So a typical thing like one district was wanting to do, they were wanting to put in their electricity for the month or their labor as a lump sum hour. So you can put those in as individual income expenses, say once a month, enter them, and then they will appear on the row according to that date. And calculated out to the right would be your net profit and loss for that cafeteria. So you can put all the way down to electricity, labor, etc. If you use that new feature on the labor costs,
Jay, you still there? We must have lost Jay. But anyway, he was referencing this estimated cost per labor hour. This gets associated with the profit and loss also. So to recap, we have made some changes to the cafeteria template section. We have also made some major changes to the subscription, your options to subscribe your students. We've also added an import for a third-party online payment system. We've added several new changes to support the profit and loss report. We have also set up a variance maximum. We've added more controls over your users under your serving line. And we've also added a couple of new reports.